Yes, so we're here this year continuing to excavate human remains and looking at architectural features of the site. And this is our 5th session here with the Fieldschool, Ohio State University Pisa Fieldschool. And what I'm doing here this summer, I also am a co-director of the project. But my role in the project is physical anthropology, biological anthropology, looking at the human remains from the site. And one of the things we're very interested in is looking at health of the population through the 1,000-year evolution of this particular community. And one indicator of health is the tooth decay, the oral health. So what I'm doing right now is collecting data on health based on the teeth, and especially looking at tooth decay, also called dental caries. So I'm looking at the impact of eating a high starch, high carbohydrate diet, which these people did through much of the history of the site. Much of the history of the community is represented by this site, and finding that there is a record of some poor oral health. There's dental caries, and of course for all these people there were no dentists. So if you had tooth decay, the cavity got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually the tooth fell out. So in this population, there is some evidence for poor oral health, some evidence of dental caries, but really it's not very extreme. I would have predicted a much higher incidence of poor oral health. We're also looking at evidence of growth disruption in the population. There are periods of epidemics, of poor health, things that would affect the growth and development of people from birth through adulthood. And so we're looking at a record of lines on the teeth. That is, if you look at this tooth here, you can see a series of lines. Those are areas showing growth disruption where the tooth actually stopped growing. And I mentioned 2 cavities. They're not extreme, but they are present. And if you look at this one right here, there's a little hole right there in that guy's tooth. Now, had this person lived, that hole would have become bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually it would have become infected, the tooth would have fell out. And it is possible that the individual would get a general infection, which could kill the person, but probably pretty rare. But keep in mind that this is before antibiotics, this is before dentistry, and so you get a cavity in the tooth, and the tooth is pretty much has a short lifespan as this person aged. So the record of these teeth and the record of these skeletons is a huge and important window onto the past of this community, and that's what we're seeking. We're interested in who these people were, what life was like from about 80,000 to the late 19th century.